That was rather soft and sweet. I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah, well,
I think I'm at the wrong place though.
you know what? I was just thinking I was in the wrong place. Like
Yeah.
that.
I thought this was
Okay,
going to be mayhem.
no,
Yeah,
like
I
no,
Shit,
no,
I better go
no,
put
feels
some clothes
weird,
on.
no,
like not
no, no,
having an
no.
intro.
Sorry, I've got a turtleneck on. Yes, I might have a little bit of mayhem attitude. I will give you that because actually, I just got annoyed with myself. I forgot to change my mic, so I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna leave you, gentlemen, for a few moments. But first, I just wanted to welcome everybody who is here, and to say that things this will probably be one of the most dangerous streams I've ever done in the whole time I've been on YouTube, which is like a year and a half now, because I have never come on YouTube without a plan. Not once. Even though I do all that crazy shit. That's all planned out. Yes, that crazy shenanigans, mayhem bullshit is planned. Okay? And it has some kind of structure to it. But I got nothing, people. I have absolutely nothing because that's what kind of year it's been.
Well, why don't you go change your mic and
I am.
I'll ask the people a question and see if
Oh,
they can give me an answer.
yep. Hold on.
I swear
Okay.
it's a great
Yeah.
question.
Jeff, I see your question. I'll be with you in a moment. I'm gonna change my my mic. I'm gonna leave you with the gentleman, and I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Okay.
While she's gone, everyone, what I need you all to do is get
Oh,
on the
wait a minute.
internet.
Wait. Just remember to
Never
hear
mind.
every goddamn word you
Mm.
say. Okay, and it's recorded.
Oh,
Just
hang
just
on.
just a disclaimer. Just a disclaimer.
Wait,
Okay.
how do
Okay.
we deafen her? How do we? I mean, what?
Yeah, why don't you keep her attention and I'll talk to the people.
Um,
Okay. Okay,
yeah.
now people, I need you to go on Google. That's it. Go on Google and find and type in Jeon space Jungkook Jungkook and look for his real telephone number. Whoever finds it first gets my eternal love, especially if you give it to me. So there you go. Let's see if we can get anybody to get those phone numbers going.
Let
Yep.
me just get into the Christmas spirit.
There we go. Oh, dang. We already started drinking.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
So, okay, we'll add her back, and she should be just about right. 5
Mm.
Purple. That's not his phone number. I dialed that the last time you told me. And I just got a recording. So, anyway, how's everybody's Christmas or post-Christmas going? For those of you who are
Oh,
living in the future, how's Boxing Day? Are we doing anything good?
oh, I've just been sleeping in, really.
Really?
I wish I had something better to say, but I spent Christmas just with the with the family. So
Yeah, no, that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you know what I always wanted to ask the people who had Boxing Day is how much boxing do you do on Boxing Day? Do you guys train for it? I
Oh
mean,
man, you've got no clue.
Oh,
Like
Jesus. Wait a
I
minute.
had to. I wanted to get myself a custard twist this morning. Just
Oh,
a simple custard twist, some simple pastry from a bakery, and I had to knock so many motherfuckers out. It just, my hands are bloody now. And do you know what really sucked about it?
mm.
The store was closed.
oh wow,
Yeah, but come on. Now let's be honest.
look
Did
at all
that
the people
really
you got to meet.
suck? But that didn't actually suck because I know you had more to say about that. Like you can't no. You're not putting that out in the universe. Fess up. Fess up, Dragon Record. Right now, what did you actually have to say about that? Come on.
No, I was actually really glad that it was closed because the couple that ran the bakery were really hardworking. It was a lovely old couple, and I really liked the fact that when I got there, I read a notice that said that they were taking a break until like the 23rd of January, which they
Wow,
I don't remember them ever really taking breaks.
that's amazing.
Mm. So yeah, I was it was bittersweet.
Well, So
I think it was sweet actually because they're taking a nice trip, and I thought that was nice that you recognize that people that are in service, customer service, our daily people we see all the time, gas station attendants, supermarket clerks, the bakery, the
Mm.
people we see, even like, the big buildings, the people that do the doors, parking attendants, everybody. They
Mm.
deserve some time too, and they
They
have
do.
families. Yeah. And that was cool. Hey, Purple, welcome.
Hey, Purple. Welcome.
hi, Purple.
Hello.
Hello. First, I want to give Purple for everybody in the chat and everybody on YouTube for prosperity later. Purple, you get so much props from me for running this every year. This is the 5th year. And I have to say, it's one of the best things on YouTube I've been involved with. No shade to all the people I work with. I love you all. I love you all. But this thing that
Yeah,
Purple,
sure you do.
shut up. Wait. I can mute you. Wait a minute. Shut up. I gotta shut up these gentlemen while I talk to Purple for a second because they're gonna go at me. And fair is fair. But you deserve props because this is like you do it for no other reason than just to hold space for people and in recognition that everybody does the holidays different and not everybody has something to do or somewhere to go, and to just put that great understanding out there that everybody has a different situation, and we just need to be kinder and uh more accepting of people in general. And I've met amazing people last year.
Yeah, well,
And
and especially the awareness of how many people in the queer community have been disowned by their families.
yes, and in the atheist community, because I'm cis, but I am one of the only atheists. I am probably the only atheist in my family, and I recognize that, and I talk to many people that have left religion or left a
Yeah.
cult or
And
have
I have heard many people say that coming out as atheist caused them more heartache than coming out as gay.
Mhm. I've just recently heard that not even besides the atheist and gay issues that we have with our families, there's the people that are coming out of cults that don't get any understanding at all. They get treated like they
Yeah.
were dumb, like that they were just like they could have actually controlled the situation when it's
Yeah,
a
the
totally
XJWs and the
yeah.
ex-Mormons.
Yes, and so it's much bigger. Like it's such a big thing, and I got to give you props. It's one of the most amazing things I've seen go on YouTube, and seeing this kind of stuff go on YouTube is why I stay out here having the conversations. Because to be honest, to be out here on YouTube, you get a lot of crap. You got to be a bit of a narcissist, like, and I admit it. We all want to have a voice out here. We all have some narcissistic trait to like want to be heard and want to be seen for what we're representing, and I get that. But the way we get attacked behind the scenes for the silliest damn shit, like you really gotta want to be here, and you're one of the reasons I'm still here, Purple.
Well,
What you're
thank you.
doing, and I'm just
Well,
proud
thank
that
you. And
you let me
it
back.
really does mean a lot to know that, that this matters to people.
It does. I've heard nothing but good about it, and and it is nothing but good. It is nothing but good. You know, like
I'll echo your sentiments there, Claire, because I wasn't really aware of this until like a couple of years ago, and especially during like the COVID lockdowns, and I think this thing took on a
Oh, yeah.
whole new significance. Because there's a lot of people, a whole lot of people who couldn't go and see their families or whatever, and were spending Christmas alone. This thing took on a whole different
Oh,
significance
yeah.
during it.
Definitely during the COVID,
Yeah.
because, people who would have wanted to travel and see their families just couldn't go.
yep. Right. And I've unmuted you guys. Sorry, but it was important for me to get that out. My sentimental side, you know. Thank you, David. I really want you up here. You sarcastic ass. I need you up here. You honor me. Hi, Jenny. Welcome. Welcome. Um.
Hi, I don't understand what's going on here. I'll be right back.
Okay. But anyway, Purple, hi, and hi from the shills, and so do you. And this is Draga Record. He works on my channel. He's an amazing audio skills like crazy.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to catch your live streams very often, but I've listened to your channel, so
Mm. Thank you. Thank you. It's the same. Like I work with so many people from the shows and around, and I don't get to catch all the live streams I'd like, but what I do catch, I
You-
really like. I
You,
really like.
well, I mean, Clay, you're like everywhere on YouTube. You just can't. But you know, you're all these different places. Like it's difficult for you to be everywhere at once. You know.
It is, but they say that's because of like they always talk about my multiple accents, and they fail to realize it's my multiple personalities. Like that's
Um,
I'm not just one
well,
person. Haven't
I
you
learned.
heard? I'm like 100 different people, Jeff.
Well, I've
Like
heard that you're. Well, I found out that you're a South African today. According
that's
to
my
school.
favorite so far. That
Yeah.
one's sticking. Like everywhere I go lately, it's
I
South
had wondered
African
where that
clan.
one came
Yeah.
from.
But
I
I
don't
don't
know.
understand, Claire.
What? Hmm.
I would think you'd want to be anything but consider Jersey.
No, I love my Jersey. No, I'm born and raised here. Barely made it out, but I did get a lot of like different cultural influence, and I'm very proud of that. And I'm actually very proud of my weird dialect and all the weird words that I use from different cultures and everything. But that's how I was raised. So you know what? The hell with them. They're not taking my history away and my culture. That's my personal culture. And if they can deal with it or not, they could call it fake. They could call it whatever the hell they want. I'm out here now as me. When I first started, I admit to being uppity. I used a very controlled voice. I had very crappy tech and equipment, and I sounded somewhat different. But anybody who talks to me regularly or hears me actually go on a rant for over an hour on a passionate subject, if they could say this isn't my goddamn voice, I don't know. Like I'm much more talented. Much more
I've heard,
talented.
yeah, I've heard you go on a few passionate sort of
Yeah.
ones
And
that-
if you
even
can't tell,
even one or two today, to be
yeah.
honest. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Oh, over at Maya's, that was a wonderful discussion, and that was my
yeah.
topic, man. That's my topic right
I was
now.
going to jump in there, but then you just kind of said it all. I'm like, no, I'm just going to sit here and listen
Yeah.
to this.
I
What was
seen
the
that
topic in that? That actually, unfortunately, was one I accidentally slept through.
it was by the time I got there, it ended up to be about in the United States religion in schools in about by the time I got to the end of it, it was about the pressure of the minority right pushing into politics and how that's changing the culture and about education and everywhere. And I've been following that for quite a while. And I had very strong opinions about it. And they were talking about belief, and there were people in the chat getting upset because they believe. Now, I'm an atheist. That doesn't mean I'm not going to give someone the right to believe whatever they want. Like I'm very benign about it. Believe what you want, and I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to say you're less than. I'm not going to call you dumb. I'm not going to get into that mental health part of it. None of it. I don't even do that with people who believe the earth is flat. Okay? If you want to go out of your way to believe to do that, that is your personal right, and I'm not going to invade it. So when it comes to this political thing, I came from a very strong stance of believe whatever the hell you want, but do not put it in places that can't be managed. First of all, you can't come with one part of a religion and try to bring that in when there's 156 religions that have to be addressed. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So just stop it. Back up. Stop trying to cram it down our throats and be reasonable about it. You can't manage it. You can't bring it into everything. And just because we don't believe doesn't mean we're treating you like you're less. Like I hate that argument. The left is elitist. The left is atheist. The left want to take our guns and our religion. No, we want to keep them at a public places where people get shot to death and we have to pray against our will. Period. Like we're not the ones shoving anything down anybody's throat. You know, I think we're more passive than that. At least I hope so. Although I do know there's some atheists out there that aren't. You know, I'm talking to you too. Like, stop it. Just stop it. Leave people the hell alone. Like, leave them alone. But anyway,
And that's what I was just sat there listening to earlier on my stream. Was something similar to that. It was wonderful. I was just in the chat like, go Claire, go Claire.
yeah.
You know?
But and I'm very passionate about it. And I hate to come into a stream and just slam. Like I really only had a few minutes, but I got private DMs inviting me to come. Like people were yelling, telling me in the chat to come because they know I talk about it in the, but it was nice to see that people that normally have not nice stuff to say about me on a regular basis actually agreed with me. They had to, like,
I'll say it because I did see that in the chat as well. Like,
and
I think,
it's what,
I think,
and that's what I have to say
I
about.
won't say them, but there was someone in that stream who maybe beforehand didn't have a very high opinion of you, whose opinion was changed a bit.
I would say you don't have to change your opinion of me based on something you hear I say somewhere else, but at least if you're going to be talking crap about me, have the damn decency to have a conversation with me first, because you're going to find out that most of what you believe.
But in fairness, and like I said, this is why I don't want to name the person, but in fairness to them, they in the live chat were like, "Oh,
they were."
They were very nice. They were very nice to you.
And let's be honest, Jeff. I've always been nice to them in public too. I have done nothing to these people.
I think that may be guilt via associations with people in the past. Okay.
Well, then listen. That's all I have to say about that. If you're going to go by somebody else's opinion of me, then that's what I'm going to judge you for. That's what I'm going to judge you for. If you're going to go and say that somebody else thinks this about me, so you're going to think it too before you find out for yourself, well, that's the cross you're going to bear when it comes to me. I'm going to be like, okay, well, why should I have a conversation with you when you're so willing not to find out yourself? You're going to be over there believing what anybody tells you? Have at it.
Indeed. But like I said, in all fairness to this person, they were actually like really cool in that whole.
No, they are. I got no problem with that person. That's the problem. And we're on opposite sides about a lot of stuff. Like I have friends that they don't like, okay? And they have friends that I don't like. But when it comes to that person, I don't care who their friends are. I judge them by the person, and I just would like the same respect from the rest of YouTube. But
and besides, at the end of the day, look, and like I said, it's Christmas. I think maybe there should be a Christmas truce on certain things like this anyway. So
listen, you know what, Jeff, you won't see me arguing about it anywhere, do you? No. Like I don't have to call a Christmas truce because I'm not at war.
No,
I'm from Jersey. When it comes to this kind of shit, I truly, and yes, I'm monetized, and here it goes. I don't give a fuck. That's their opinion. They can have it. I know who the hell I am.
Can I share my small presentation on what I think those people that keep stirring shit up should do?
No, because it's probably going to get my channel taken down.
Hey, it's not that bad.
Okay. But anyway.
I just noticed that Mr. Worley's joined us. Dave, how are you, mate? I haven't seen you in like.
Yeah, you're muted, Dave. I didn't mute you. You're muted when you came in.
I am because I'm
Big Bad Dave
from Man Death.
Yeah, I invited Dave specifically.
Terminal Man Death. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I won't. I'm so glad you honored me here. I wanted you here to harass me like you do, because nobody harasses me better than fucking Dave. Behind the scenes. We act all cool on shows and he's back there going, hey, yo, South African. Like, what? Like, he's like fucking giving me shit all the time. Knocking me off.
South African Claire.
Yes, that's it. Like, that's it. Like, but I love it. Like, you know what? Some of the best questions and some of the best thinking I do is after talking with Dave. So there. And any of you that haven't checked out his stuff, you need to. Definitely. But
sorry,
anyway,
someone was about to say something. Thank you. I don't want to interrupt what was being said.
I think it was Wrecker. I'm sorry. And by the way, that's Draga Wrecker and High Inquisitor from my channel. And you know Jenny and Jeff. And
hello.
And this is Dave Worley.
Really?
Fallacy Dave. Yeah.
I couldn't tell by his name.
Yeah, I'm being polite. Shut the fuck up.
Okay,
go ahead.
First time.
Yeah, I know, right? You're shocked. Go ahead, Wrecker. Go ahead. Do I have to mute everybody?
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
This is what I think these people need to just.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Oh no.
Stop it. Get some help.
Did Did you just do that? You did just do that. Did you just tell YouTube to stop it and get some help? We're supposed to make people feel better today, Rekka. We're not like the last thing some of these people want to do right now is look in the mirror. Like, stop. Like, we're supposed to be kind and make everybody feel good today.
I am
know.
making everybody
Well,
feel
look,
good.
Claire, I started my stream off with
Oh,
"Fuck
Dave.
Christmas" by Eric Idle. So you
I
know,
saw
that
it.
one, yeah.
I didn't. You know what? I was exhausted. I wanted to hang Jeff, but like it'd been a long day. You know, I had to take at least my 3-hour nap. You know,
Yeah.
but I always watch your
Okay,
opening.
Let's just point out then that sentence, the comma was very important. I want to hang Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeff knows
Yep.
I love him. Hanging him
No,
off.
Claire would have to get in line on that one.
It's true. It's true. Yep.
It's a long line of people who
And-
want to do that today.
And make sure it's a short rope and a long drop, not a long drop, not a long rope and a short drop.
That's true. That would be
It's
very,
a very easy
bad.
mistake to make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, indeed.
No. Oh, I don't know. But so the streams have been going really well. Thank you for my back room elves. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Purple, you're up next after me, right? Do you have plans for your stream? Because this one, I have no plans for this one whatsoever.
Yeah, I've had enough of live streaming. I'm going to dead stream. I'm just
You're
going
gonna-
to start the stream and take a nap, and nothing's going to happen for 2 hours.
Look at that! I didn't know that was an
Well,
option.
That-
Like you've been
that's
holding
the
out.
thing.
Wait a minute.
Really?
Oh, that's an
That's the
option.
thing.
That's an option. Let's all go. And we'll just, let's let this go for another hour and a half, and yeah.
And then
You
just
know,
like
just
dead
a
air.
sleep.
Sleep. Take a
Stream.
nap.
Just take
You know what?
take a picture of a potato.
True, a potato.
Yeah.
You know what? We
No,
could
it's
break
been
Las
done.
Vegas. We could break Las Vegas odds with doing a silent stream. Like we could probably fundraise for anything. Like how long could Claire keep quiet? Like people be making money everywhere.
No.
Because I can't.
How long
'cause I
can
can't.
Claire keep quiet while playing
Ugh.
like
code
play-
names?
Playing code names or duo or something like that. Hey,
Oh, good
welcome,
Lord.
Crazy Cats.
I'll take that
Yeah.
bet any day.
Yeah.
I,
I don't know. If you're not in my Discord, you may not know as well. Or you may know because I'm pretty aggressive out here on YouTube too. But I am quite competitive when it comes to playing games. Like
only
to
a
the
little-
point.
I found
To
that
the
out
point
last
that
night.
oh, welcome, Chris. We can hear you. You know, welcome. Introduce you to Wrecker and High Inquisitor and Dave Worley and Jenny Morgan and Godly Scummer and Purple.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like we didn't
Good
see you
morning.
just 12 hours ago.
Yes, you would know, right, Crazy? We were just talking about how competitive I am with games. Now, being the first time we played
Yeah.
games together, would you agree with that? Could you?
I found that out last night. There was lots of swearing. I'll give it that.
I refuse to believe that about our Claire. She never uses foul language.
Oh,
Fuck you, Jeff. No. Okay. Oh, sorry.
I think we broke a. I think we must hold some sort of record on Purple's stream between myself, Claire, Jen, and Stool.
No.
How many times we used the C word in one
Oh, but
stream?
we broke that record when we did the awards and the award nominations last
Yeah.
year and on the streams last year because wasn't Stool around like begging me to say that word like every 2 seconds? And it was up like
It
was
was
in triple
let's
digits.
let's just say it was scary how he seemed to get a little bit aroused every time you said that word.
Yeah, no, he's like he doesn't want me to talk this year. He's like
Yeah.
says he can't understand a word I say this year. I don't know.
wait. Am I assuming the word is? Can
It's
I just say the
cookie.
word
See-
It's cookie. The word is cookie.
Um,
No.
Hey, Claire,
Okay,
Claire.
see
Yeah.
see you next Tuesday.
Mhm.
Okay,
Which-
Claire, I have to say
Uh-uh.
that if a woman has a really nice accent,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if I don't understand the language she's speaking, it can still seduce me.
Well, you know what? I've heard these. I've heard this, Purple. I hear this. Yeah. I'd agree with you because I'm the same way with certain accents with men. Like I'm just like, okay, just I don't care what the hell you're saying. Like keep talking. Like keep talking. It's working. Like come on. Well, it's true that the see you next Tuesday is not so bad in New Zealand and Australia, and I hang like when I say I could be calling you a friend.
Oh. Yeah, it is actually a term of endearment and camaraderie.
Mm-hmm.
I will bite my tongue and I
Yeah.
will refrain from saying it.
I had to get used to that a couple of years ago when I started having Australians on my show on a regular basis. That it was well-meaning.
Yeah, I've had a few of my few American friends who've never heard a Kiwi or an Australian talk like that. Give me a few choice words, and then after I explain it, go, what?
Mhm.
Wait, huh?
I've never known an Australian who didn't swear.
Yes, or a Kiwi, you know, I don't know. Or actually, in my experience, many of my English friends also. Well,
Okay, so I want to know how
Confirm.
Dave
I
became King of Christmas.
I resent the implication that us English swear a lot. I think that's fucking
Oh, fuck off.
outrageous.
I know it's like it's a bastards, right, Jeff? Like how did it?
Yeah,
No,
it's just like I think it's motherfucking rude, honestly.
that's truly, and you know what? You're gonna try to get my stream taken down. I see that, but it's like
Yeah.
this is gonna be the stream where all the words I didn't say since I got monetized is all gonna be in here.
Claire, you saw my stream earlier today. If that didn't get taken down, you know,
Nothing. Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
way we can top that.
No, but did you get it? Did you ever get an email from YouTube with an explicit word they don't want you to say?
Not yet.
Yeah, I did because I asked them, "Why do you
What
keep
word was
yellowing
it?
my call?" It was the F word. Like they didn't care about all the other words I said,
Friend?
but yeah, because I run a whole series with that word in it, and I put out this one a little short, like a 6-minute short about this DNA testing that was done. Like they did some wild stuff, and it was called "What the Actual Fuck Legal," right? And I said it in the promo, and I said it like during the stream, and of course it has the big WTAF letters and the flashing lightning and all that stuff. And YouTube was gonna take it down, and I asked them why, and they said really bad content. And I'm like, well, the content is about a legal story. And they said, well, the language. I said, well, explicitly tell me what language are you talking about? And they actually said back with the word fucking. Like this was the word. And I'm like, okay,
Wow.
yeah. So I'm quite proud that I got YouTube to say fuck in the email. Yes, I did.
Out of respect for Claire's channel, I won't repeat some of the stuff that was said on my channel. But
I would just like to know on how many streams it goes on in a day.
Between mentions of certain historical figures and C bombs, F bombs, and debatably racist accents that were being done by certain members of the panel. Yeah, how the fuck that? How I'm there like, how the fuck have I not been kicked off the internet?
Well, I would like to see YouTube give us a word count every day on the streams for curse words. It would be interesting.
But you know, it's not like I don't pre-warn them. I tell them adult topics, adult language. I've got my whole channel, regardless of what I do. Even my reads that are quite benign, it's all rated above, 18 plus. You know, I tell them, watch it, and I know, they don't. It doesn't get you promoted or whatever. It doesn't get you in the algorithm if you do all of that. But I don't care about that. Like I don't really care about that.
It's very simple. It's adult language, adult topics. Adult behavior can not necessarily be guaranteed, but
No, that's what I say. It's adult humor, sort of. If you call like some of the stuff I do is like 12-year-old playground stuff or men's locker room shit, but whatever. It doesn't. Yeah. But it's all in good fun and it's clean and we don't hurt anybody. Like we definitely, that's the one thing. I have stricter rules about how you talk to each other than I do about your language, your conduct, or what we talk about. It's more how you talk to other people, you know, that I have the rules about, and that's it. Well,
Wait, so we can say anything we want as long as we have good intent?
Yeah, as long as you don't like call people names, you can say anything you want.
this is true. As long as you don't attack the guests on panel, another YouTube channel, or people in the chat, I'm usually pretty cool with any
So
topic.
we can attack people who don't have a YouTube channel, who aren't in chat,
and aren't on panel. So
Okay.
Trump is fair game. Like,
Hot
there you go.
damn.
So is Putin. So is Putin and Ted Cruz and
Trump,
DeSantis
Putin,
and
Elon. Yeah, we got
Elon Musk.
few,
Oh yeah, and Andrew Tate. Like, yeah, go for
Oh,
them.
good.
Oh yeah, because Andrew Tate doesn't have a YouTube channel anymore, does he?
No, he
No, he
doesn't.
doesn't.
And you know, but you can't, like, you know, and if they're huge and out there and making an ass out of themselves, even if they do have a YouTube channel, you can go for them because everybody knows one of my favorite topics is Def Doodles because he drives me crazy. Like,
Well, I'll say technically one guy I'm kind of going after is technically his YouTube channel's a little smaller than mine, but I don't feel like I'm really bullying or punching down considering what this stuff this guy does.
No.
So,
I
you know
think,
who I'm on. I'm not going to mention his name, but you know who I'm on about.
yeah, I am, and I don't. We don't do that because, like, in YouTube, the platform needs to be equal, and we all have the same voice. And even if we don't agree with that person's content, they have every right to provide the content that they want.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, I would never say this person doesn't have the right to put whatever that they want to put out. It's just yeah.
Does he, out of interest, Jeff? Does this person have a right to demand to be on your stream?
Not yet, no, and he hasn't made any legal threats at me yet, Dave. Actually, so and I'm trying, but I am trying hard. Yeah.
Well, if you do, can I have the exclusive on that if you get into a legal battle with this person? Because
I think it's best you and Dave have a conversation off air about that. Okay.
Okay.
Dave,
well,
Dave
all I do.
Stuff, all right. So
I like to. How about this, Dave? I get to read all the legal briefs, and you get to do the commentary on the ethical and philosophical issues that may be presented. How's that?
There was basically nothing else to it. He just he said that I'd owed him like something in the region of like 75 grand. Like just so stupid. It's like, and the next week it was like, oh yeah, I forgot to CC in my my lawyer. It's now 6 figures. It's like,
oh gosh,
Christ!
It sounds like fun.
I mean, to be honest, like I'm not a legal expert, but even I know what he sent to you was bullshit. It was so I got a laugh out of it.
He was like, you can't talk to these people anymore.
Yeah.
Yes. What? That's not. There's no legal precedent for you can't talk to people. Wait a minute, Dave.
Here's the thing, Claire. Though this was not sent through any kind of attorney / solicitor. This was sent directly from this one guy to. He was just. It was just a classic. One of these classic like internet cease and desist things, kind of thing,
right?
Which
mean nothing.
Basically mean bullshit in yeah.
Anybody can go online and get one of those letters and send it to anybody for any reason. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just like, it's kind of like when you go into the schoolyard and you like tap them on the back of the shoulder and you say, listen, I heard you've been talking about me. Would you knock it off? Like, that's all it is. It's just like, it's like a one-on-one. If you continue to do this, then I may or may not, because you can't actually in those letters say you're going to do it and then not do it, because it'll actually work against you if you actually do go to court.
Let's put it this way: if I was serious about contemplating legal action against someone,
then take legal action.
If I was serious about like if someone had said something about me on the internet that was so egregious and untrue and it was ruining my reputation that I felt that I had to maybe threaten legal action, there would not be a letter going. There would not be any letter going to said content creator without that me consulting a solicitor beforehand.
Yeah, let me.
If he basically listen to me, if
Mhm.
something like if I ever put something like that out, and I've never had any reason to, but if I ever do, just know that I will not be kidding, because I hope that's.
No, that's me too, because here's the way it goes. Like, if you're gonna actually go out there and talk to the person about pursuing legal action, you need to be ready to pursue legal action. So why all the bullshit? Why send a cease and desist? Why contact them with a letter like that? You contact your lawyer and you send a letter of intent, which is an agreement that, like, you're sending it from a lawyer, which means you're serious, you've put money behind it, you are ready to go, and you send a letter of intent. You shut your damn mouth and stop defaming me, or I am taking you into a civil lawsuit.
And
Boom.
generally,
And you give it a 60 days, and
yeah.
boom. Then you
And-
file. Be prepared to file. Like,
And
you know.
generally speaking, though, like, I mean, if there's something that's come from an actual law firm, that's probably enough to get most people to shut up, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
something
it
that comes
is.
from an-
Unless you're that YouTuber who
Yeah.
thinks he's a lawyer and can write all the letters himself and then just doesn't follow through with any of it and gets laughed at because he doesn't know how to present anything and he thinks he knows everything. And legally,
I don't
like,
know
he is a freaking joke and a half.
I'm not quite sure
Oh my
which
gosh.
lawyer which person you're on
Oh,
about
because
here, but
you know why? Because there's so many of them, Jeff. There's so
there's
many.
a few.
Of them.
There's a few
There's a
people
few
like
of them,
that.
but there's one in particular, and I'm not going to give him the credit of saying his name, but he's threatening to sue all of YouTube for saying his name, which I
Oh.
find hysterical.
You can
Like,
DM me a name later, Claire, if you wish.
yeah,
but-
yeah, I will. It's a good laugh. It's a good laugh.
It's Mike Lindell. He's suing all machines.
I'm not
Oh,
sure
true.
I've
All
heard of him.
machines. Yeah, that's it. Because
Mm.
nobody wants to use his pillow anymore. Like, I know. Because his pillow sucks. Yeah, I said it, Mike. Your pillow sucks. There you go. It's
Wait, what is
overpriced.
this
Wait a minute.
pillow?
Is he
What is
suing
this
the
pillow?
machines that make his pillows?
There you go.
Do I need to look this up?
You
No,
didn't hear that Lindell was suing all machines?
all machines. Yeah, for messing up. Hmm.
He said it on his channel. We're suing all the machines. It's like,
Yeah, but
you
but
go.
he's okay. That's not conspiracy thinking or anything like
Mm.
that. Like, he's
Wait.
all right. Like, he's just
Oh,
one of those
wait.
reporters over there with that team, and they're all perfectly sane.
That
Like,
could
they
be
got
a-
it going on.
That could be a good, Claire. This
Um,
could be a good. This could be a good stream for you. Like some of the dumbest legal letters in history, kind of thing. That could be a good stream for you.
Oh my God.
I'm-
Yeah,
I'm-
but no, actually, Jeff, I think my mental health is much more important than doing that fucking stream, to tell you the truth. Because I do like to pick a hook or something, but it has to actually have an interesting angle, like precedent or consent or jurisdiction or something really crazy going on. Actually, their freaking stupidity is something I try not to avoid.
I will say if I know Chris was talking to you about doing this. I don't know if and when.
Oh,
Chris
wait,
gets
the
around
wrestling
to it,
thing?
but
I'm all in that. Yeah. I'm
Oh,
all in
actually,
that.
yeah. Well, if that stuff gets filed against Vince McMahon, yes, I'd be interested, because I think that's
Wait.
going to be a big news story the coming year.
What is this?
Did someone
But,
say mud wrestling?
No, not mud wrestling.
Oh.
Actual, like, sports entertainment. That's how I'll call it. Sports entertainment wrestling. That
Well, that's how
wrestling.
they call it too.
Entertainment, damn it!
I mean, I don't see a difference, but I'll give you that one.
We could call it dramatic theater with hands-on dramatic theater is another way to put it. But I mean,
Very
let's
hands-on.
just say everyone knows the WWE, though. Okay, everyone.
yeah. See, I wasn't going to say
aware
that
of them,
because Vince
okay?
McMahon needs money, and I don't want him coming for me to get it. So, like,
Yeah. Well,
he's getting
let's just
sued
say
everywhere.
There's going to be. I think there's going to be some interesting legal cases involving that guy in the next.
Exactly, and I don't want to get dragged into it.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, because he's insane, man. Like, no. Anyway, okay, but No, it should be fun. And the premise was something about like looking up if you actually did this in real life, could you get sued for it? I'm like, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Like, okay, if you walk up to somebody with a metal chair and you crack them in the back and then hit them in the head with it, can you get sued? Yes. Yes, you can. And here are the states that you can get sued in. This is how long you may go to jail. I think it's a wonderful premise, actually. It's funny as well, we're talking about
I mean, all
atheist
jokes,
pastor Chris from Heretical,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
but all jokes aside, all about the Vince McMahon stuff. The allegations against him are serious. Let's be clear on that one. The allegations about him are really serious.
Oh, you're talking about Vince. Yeah. Like, and you know what? But
Yeah.
I'm done. Like, I looked at it, Jeff, and I'll be honest with you, I don't want to cover it because let's face it, I've just got out of Masterson, and that was pretty.
Yeah. I would say,
and I'm still on Manson. I'm still like covering Manson. Like
I'd say let's see if it goes anywhere before covering it, possibly. Yeah.
You know, there's just some things like I just don't get. Like I didn't cover Brooks either because of the emotional, and everybody's covering.
Yeah. Actually, though, Claire, what I was going to talk to you about is it was more something to do with a certain group that Chris and I that have been kind of covering within the atheist community. I think Chris was going to do a reading of it, but he hasn't got round to it.
Well, I would love to read. You know, I love to read. I would read it for him.
If he can't get round to it, I'll do it with you. But we'll. Yeah, I want that document that this particular organization released. Yeah,
I've heard that document is a bit ridiculous, and you know I'll lend my voice to read out.
It's hilarious.
I will lend my voice to read out any ridiculous shit like that anytime you want, because you know I do love to read in snark. As long as you're asking me to read in snark, I'm there. Like let's
just say the last 12 pages are a whole bunch of claims that they do not provide a shred of evidence for.
Oh, lovely.
It's quite fantastic.
Is this something I need to put up down here? I can barely see. Hold on. I'm trying to see what it is. Who is...
Oh, it's the first email that John Richard sent me.
Oh, that's what you were talking about? Oh, Dave, would you join us? Okay, that's it. Now I'm in.
Claire.
Now I'm in. Dave, do you have an avatar? Because you, me, and Jeff. You want? Okay, do I get to do a snark reading? I love doing a snark reading.
Please do.
Wait, can I need this bigger. Can you send this in the private? Can you link that in the private chat so I can make it bigger for me?
I could do, yeah.
To read. That's because fine. I want or Twitter me something so I can pull it up to read this.
Oh yeah, Twitter would be much easier. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Twitter me, Dave.
All right.
This is so fun. Yeah, it's
fine.
It's been a while. I have read this. This is funny. This is funny.
Stop it, Quiz.
You might want to use protection.
Yes, I did enter a Discord recently, and somebody got immediately pregnant. I don't know how it happened, but it did. It did. It's a thing. I don't know. So I would use.
Now you know how. Now you know how men feel.
Oh.
Actually, I am all for the men too. You know that I'm a men's advocate.
Could you do me a favor and move me away from Wrecker while you slap him? I don't want to get hit with any of this.
Wrecker, I'm on you, dude. Like, behave.
I'm behaving. I'm a good boy.
Sent it. I think that's the right one.
Okay, thank you.
Who wouldn't think I'm a good boy? I'm being a good boy.
After that, I'm not sure anybody thinks you're a good boy.
Nope, I don't think so. Okay. All right. So, oh boy, this is interesting. Let me see if I can make this big enough to read. No old jokes there, Quiz.
I didn't say anything.
All right, I'm gonna.
You told me to be nice. I'm being nice.
Oh, Dave, this is a Christmas present to me. This is a Christmas. This is from me to me. I get to read this snarky. This is beautiful.
Yeah, this is. Merry Christmas, Claire. You get to read this quote unquote legal letter.
This is a legal letter, and let me just tell everybody outright. This is an atheist addressing an atheist. This is from a letterhead that says anti-theism. Okay, and it was sent to Dave, who is obviously an atheist, and this person claims to obviously be an atheist too. Anti-theism.
This
Okay.
was right at the very beginning of the pandemic. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was okay. So this was a couple. This was a. Oh gosh, this is like. Oh yes, it's from June 1st of 2020. Okay, so dear Mr. Worley, I have received forwarded emails originating from you via our speakers and award nominees who were planning to attend the AT1 convention originally scheduled for April 5th of 2020 and now dated for October 24th through 25th due to the COVID pandemic. Additionally, it has come to my attention that you deliberately organized a rival event to compete against the Anti-Theism International Convention on April date and booked Aaron Ra. The nerve, Dave. You booked Aaron Ra? Oh my gosh.
No,
My
okay. Can we
favorite
Claire,
speaker who's
Claire,
translated.
Claire,
Wait a
can
minute.
I comment on this for a second? Just to make something
Could you
clear.
throw it on screen as well?
Let's make
Wait a
something
minute.
very clear here. Okay.
Okay. Did you
What
put
had
it up?
happened is Aaron Ra had booked a non-refundable flight to the UK.
Okay.
So
what
he
happened
had
there?
to
It just lost connection.
Yeah. So he had to come over He was coming over regardless. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, as a result of I've got to say, and I'm sure Dave will say, a very uncomfortable interview Dave did on his channel, Aaron Ross saw that and said, "No, I'm not attending this event anymore." So the whole reason,
As did Miriam Namazi. Carry on.
Yeah, but the whole reason that Dave started trying to set up an event was to take advantage of the fact that we had Aaron here in the UK, and let's get something going. It wasn't like Dave said to Aaron, "Hey, come away from this event, come and join mine." That's not what happened.
Listen, even if he did, listen, Dave, who the hell are these people to tell you who you can invite or not, or when you can organize something or not? Do they own the fucking internet, or are they the only atheists on the planet that are allowed to speak on something? Like, what the hell is going on here? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous on any level, whether Dave went out of his way to do it or not. Like, you know what I mean? This is stupid. This is entitlement. Like, I don't know what. This stinks like dead fish. Like, obviously. Okay, so
Where do we get
that's my best part. My keynote speaker, whose transatlantic flight and hotel accommodation had been funded. This makes you a direct competitor to me who would benefit financially by spreading misinformation about my organization. Oh, I smell chest beating. Dave, did you feel threatened after that paragraph? Did you? Okay. I have in my possession emails from you in which I have identified 5 absolute untruths relating to ATI convention, to myself, to the other persons and organizations, as well as dozens of statements from you, including on your website, which are designed to put the anti-theism business into financial difficulty by lowering attendance and getting speakers and award nominees to cancel. I have sought legal advice and am currently looking at the actual financial consequences to my business due to your actions, since I have had to postpone the event until October because of the COVID pandemic. The actual number cannot be calculated yet, but based upon the existing effect of your emails, I am certain that the cost will be a 5-figure number. Whoa.
To interject, he has admitted in writing that it's delayed because of the pandemic. It's nothing.
He did that in the first paragraph, which was I was going to get to, because this is a hoot. First of all, how about your own actions are actually weighing more on whether you're going to be financially successful than anything Dave could have said? No offense, Dave, but anything that you could have said, if there's no truth to it, it can't affect them.
Let's put it this way. David Worley did not murder the this John Richards' event, it was more of an assisted suicide.
Truly, and if people were leaving, I doubt it was. Dave, were you out there offering cookies for them not to go on panel with him or something? I don't know. No, I don't.
I want to throw. Can I throw something out there quickly? Because there is an address and a phone number at the bottom and an email address. There is something that is even higher up, just above where it says "Dear Mr. Worley," where he has a snarky little comment where it says, "Actually, I'm legally required to provide
does not provide
that information that he has now
although
provided."
legally
so he
required
can't
to do so.
Yeah, so he's saying that information needs to be legally required, so he can't say to us on your stream, "Why are you sharing your email?" because he has to make it public.
Oh, that idiot! And I'm sorry that I shared your email up there.
No, that's his.
No,
that's his up there, right? No, it says Worley.
That's the old website for the conference. Yeah, that doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
That's fine.
You know what? He can say whatever he wants. This is a public document and you're on stream and it's yours and you're allowed to share it. Like he wrote it. Once he sends it, it's not private. There's nothing on here that says confidential. He has not asked for this not to be shared anywhere in this. Definitely, he is publicly putting you on notice that he's upset with you about certain things that he says you do, and you have every right to answer them, whether it's in my snarky voice or not. Like, legally, this is a pile of crap. He doesn't have a legal standing here. He thinks he does, but he's not doing very well about putting it out. This is actually a letter of extortion, in my humble opinion.
This
is actually a letter of, please be quiet, send me some money, and I'll go away. Like
this was a threat. This was a blatant threat to try and scare Dave off.
It is. It says, however, I'm more interested in an out-of-court settlement than financial compensation at the present time, so I am offering you a one-time only opportunity to rectify the situation. Here's how. Stop contacting nominees and speakers. Remove all your videos from social media that are designed to harm the Anti-Theism Convention. Issue a statement to all people who wrote emails saying that you wrote to them was wrong and you take it back unconditionally. What?
Here's the joke of this.
Do not mention us ever again.
Here's the joke of this, okay? If anything, when this whole thing started, if anything, Dave was trying to do these guys a favour by having that guy Lance on to talk about this event and plug it. If anything, Dave started this whole thing by doing them a favour, and they fucked it up so badly.
Yeah, you know what? This whole thing, I mean, oh, Mr. Worley, I am making this offer just one time, and you can decide how you want to take it. How did you take it, Dave?
I waited 8 days, and he sent another email and gave me another chance. There's another one that I've sent you in your DM. I don't want to bomb the stream or anything.
No, I get it.
Anyway.
You know what? I want to use this as this is a bigger issue than just this. This is just one incident of where a YouTuber, let's just call him a YouTuber, forget that he's like this big atheist organization, but basically
he's not that big, Claire. He's not that big.
No, I know, but you know what I mean. I'm just saying.
Jeff. Sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, okay. His actual YouTube channel is small. Is his YouTube channel smaller than mine, Claire?
I don't. Yeah, and rightly so, because here's the thing: if another YouTuber is speaking on you about something, okay, you have two choices: don't address it or address it, okay? But what you should be doing by addressing it is actually, if you're going to choose to address it, you can address it privately, like he did in a letter to Dave, like that. Well, it shouldn't have been threatening. They should have actually been working out the concerns that instead of saying, just don't talk to anybody about it, how about addressing what Dave is talking about? What is it that made Dave make those emails? What issue did he have that he felt so compelled that he needed to talk about it? Maybe if if John Richardson was more concerned in that conversation, they wouldn't be in the boat they are right now, because they just seem to think that if you just shut people up, if nobody knows what's going on, and we just like push it all under the rug and just like, go out there and just tell everybody, no, just shut up, that it's all going to go away. But that doesn't happen, as we saw by the fall of AAI, which is what organization he was involved in with all of this. Yeah, they have handled it so poorly from the back. They're talking about the money they spent on this, that, and everything. Where they should have put their money is in a damn PR representative that kept all of their damn mouths shut until they knew what they were going to say about something or do. If you're going to act like a professional organization, okay, at least have the monicum to know that you can't shut people up from talking. The more you tell people to stop talking about something, the more they're going to talk about it. Unless you address what the actual issues are.
I'll just mention something, Claire. 6 months ago, John Richards was puffing up on Twitter saying that he was going to sue John Hamill, and this is after this is after the stream where John Richards had invited John Hamill onto his own podcast.
I saw that. I saw how poorly John Hamill was treated.
And how badly John Richards tried to set him up. Failed miserably. Rage quit his own podcast, and this is a level of what's that show you do, Claire? What the fuckery?
I do. It is. Yeah. And actually, many of my friends are covering this AAI stuff, so I kind of stay like away from it because they've got the platform right now.
Well,
We've got
I'm doing it. Chris has done some stuff in it.
Seamus and Barry. Yeah. Chesh is shuffling it. I always respect if she's got the topic. Like we share some topics like depth that we started together and stuff. But usually, like she's on that. So is Seamus and Barry. Like I don't want to interfere with them.
Free for profit like John Hamill and Seamus, those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, and they've been covering it, and I go over there and I follow. Even Chris has touched it on heretical, so I don't want to.
I mean, I'll say if anyone, John Hamill has got like an encyclopedic knowledge of this particular shit show.
He does, and Richards is going at him to shut up. And what has happened? John Hamill is everywhere talking about it. That's what I'm trying to tell people in general. If you've got an issue like this, if you're trying to force people to be quiet about it, it ain't going to work. You should be out there inviting the conversation and try to work it out, because I guarantee you'll find some common ground, and maybe some things could have got straightened out, and sometimes you have to look a little bad to look better. Does that make any sense? Like sometimes you have to take it on the chin about something you did wrong. Just the way you handle it can make you look better if you approach it the right way. I mean, none of us are perfect. I
got to say, for my tiny little channel and the time that I have to devote to it, because I do what I do as a hobby or whatever. I'm not on YouTube every day, but that particular story, the AAI story, I've for the last like month, I've been wanting to do like a big long stream about it, and I keep thinking, okay, I'm going to do it in a few days. And then another thing comes out where I can't keep on top of the story. It's like every other day something new comes out that is just like, what?
Can I?
That's how insane it is.
Just, working something out. So I didn't realize it was so widespread. The original broadcast with me and Lance, John's sort of co-organizer, got originally about 35 views live. It wasn't particularly big,
and that's what he's worried about, right? 35 views.
Yeah, so that then has escalated as a result of their actions into Rachel Oates, Shannon Q, Mr. Atheist. They've collectively
everyone
between them got 500,000 views.
Exactly. That is that proves the point right there, that if they had addressed it appropriately, it would have gone better. But by doing it this way, threatening you or trying to shut you up, not addressing what you actually talking. I mean, you actually said to him in your follow-up, you said, hey, what have I done that is making you act like this? Like I'm just speaking on something I have an issue on.
This way, the initial podcast that Dave did, it wasn't watched by a lot of people, but it was watched by a number of people who have big voices, like Rachel Oates would be a big one.
And it's
who-
not a matter of the size of the channel. Let's just say that the content spurred other content
Yeah.
because of the issue not being addressed and how serious the issue was. That's
yeah.
the point here. They did not address some serious issues that were going on. Okay. And that is why that's probably not going to be an organization anymore because of how that was handled. And it's a shame because it just snowballed from here, from back in April of 2020 all the way through with the elections and the boards and how they handled every single thing that came up, consistently tried to deny, lie, shove it under the carpet. There's nothing. They're talking. They use words like transparency and integrity and this and that, and yet the actions don't match up to any of it. You can't say one thing and then do another.
I feel like I do feel like I must interject this about this organization, because it sounds, now this might sound like we're doing a little hate mob on one particular guy with John Richards.
No, it's more than one guy.
I want to say, in a certain way, he's a little bit of a bit player. That was the thing that's gone in with Atheist Alliance International. He's actually in a lot of respects a bit player. The reason he gets a lot of grief is he is the one who continually sticks his head above the trenches to try and defend the indefensible. So he's kind of the guy who's out there publicly trying to defend the indefensible and coming out with ever worse statements on almost a weekly basis.
I just,
I mean, the way he threw that guy Rustam, the guy in India, under the bus. He's been doing that for weeks.
Yeah.
Because he thought Rustam would not clap back on him, and then Rustam actually came on Cheshire Vic's stream and told his story, and then John's like, "Oh, Rustam, why are you doing this? We're kindred spirits." I'm like, hold on, you've been burying this guy on Twitter for weeks.
Yeah, this is the problem, is just the way they're consistently handling it. It is more than Richardson's, I will agree, but he chose to be the face out here pushing. That's gonna be a problem from him. He's the one who sent the letter to Dave back then, and to others he's been interacting with. So he's gonna have to take it on the chin for that. And he's been, I don't know how you can turn it if you won't come out with transparency from the start. But on that, I know a lot of them don't know what's going on with this, so I'm gonna cage the conversation here for a little bit and say that we can continue this on another stream where people will be more directly interested in it. It is a big topic because it's very controversial, but it's kind of sad for me to see it turning into just drama views everywhere. Like, I want to see some real information, people. That's what I'm going to throw the gauntlet down. I want to see some real information coming out on these streams. This is a big issue and it needs to be handled that way if we're going to resolve it. If we're actually going to resolve it with that organization. I don't want to see the organization fail because they're not handling something right, and we'll give them the opportunity to come out and straighten it all out. Because right now it's just like every little thing they do is just getting blown into a whirlwind of bad PR. And rightly so. I'm not saying that's not right. They are definitely messing up. But I would like to see some real constructive streams. And I'm not saying people haven't. People are willing to have the conversations with the representatives from that group and with John Richardson himself. And I would just like him to just put down the bullshit gauntlet and actually have those conversations. I haven't seen one yet. Everywhere he's been, it's more deflection and bullshit, and not, or throwing the blame somewhere else. I want to see some actual, real conversation going on to straighten it out. But then again, I've got rose-colored glasses on most of the time. But we'll see. On that, Besides that big hoo-ha in our community going on in YouTube, does anybody else? How about well, that might have been one of the worst things we've seen. Does anybody want to talk about one of the best things that we've seen this year besides Purple running this amazing relay? Because I've already put that down as the best thing that happened to me in the last couple of years. Well, can I?
Thanks for that. I'm trying to kind of half rest a bit here, so
Yeah, that's okay.
glad I'm
Can I?
quiet.
Yeah, can I start with you, Jenny? Is there anything that you can see that happened out here in our community, YouTube, anywhere in the world that you would say was like a good thing for 2022? Hey, it could be cheesecake. I mean, it could be anything.
No, not really. I think it was just a good year overall. Everybody seemed to mostly behave and made progress in the quality of their shows and the diversity of their shows. I think the chat has grown larger in a lot of different shows. I think it's just overall good. Everybody's just doing better.
That's a good thing. That things are doing better, especially coming out of the pandemic. I'd have to agree with you. People are starting to be a little more optimistic, even with everything going on, and that is nice to hear. Even with we're in the United States, even how we've had a lot of turmoil here, and it's good to hear you focusing on the good. I really like that. And Godless Granny, oh, thank you. Okay, here's a good one. Yes, I'm from Jersey, but I'm a Packers fan, and yeah, that's a good thing. The Packers won.
They both, they just won. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. That's great. Christmas Day and the Packers won. Thank you, Granny. That's a good one. That is a good one. So let's go around. Starting. Let's see. We did Jenny. Cats. Crazy cats. Can you tell me something good that happened this year? Either, you could say something personally, or just something in general about the world, or where you live, or on YouTube, or just anything. Even what you had for breakfast, if it was great. I don't care.
Recently, my local church planted 1,000 trees to help with climate change.
That's amazing. Yes, that's cool. That is very, very cool. That is a good thing. Oh, thank you for sharing that. That's cool. Was that a local project with your church? Just like they fundraised for it and then did it? How long did it take?
It took a little while. It was in conjunction with the local government and other factors got involved. And on the church grounds themselves, they turned some of the green space into what they call a small forest.
Oh.
So, it's 1,000 trees.
Where is this taking place?
That is
in Wexford, Ireland.
Okay.
In Ireland. Thank you. And then you know what else is amazing about that? They worked with government, and the cooperation that must have happened there. That's also something to celebrate. That's actually a really, really good thing. Thank you for sharing it.
Well, there's folks in the UK that are involved in a reforestation movement for the whole landmass. I think that's a wonderful thing. I hope you're very successful at it.
Yeah, that I'm really glad to hear. I'm gonna put up something from the chat personally, and then I'm gonna go to you. Hi, be ready. Okay. From our friend Matt. The best thing for me this year, this is personal, and thank you for sharing, Matt, is how much I realized I want to spend the rest of my life with my current fiance, Nian Campbell. I think that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, Matt. When you come to that realization, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah. And congratulations, Nina. He's a pretty good guy. He's a pretty
Happy
good guy.
bastard. I mean, well, congratulations.
Yeah. You're happy. Yes, you're happy.
So
yeah.
happy.
Yeah, Dave, that was a bitch move, wasn't it, Dave? All of us up here like sulking and shit. Like, thanks, Matt. I'm teasing Matt. I'm
doing a stream here for people who are lonely at Christmas and you're trying to be happy. It's just stop.
Don't make him feel bad. I'm so happy he's happy. People pick on me about that. It doesn't matter what's going on with me or anything else. Like, if somebody's happy, like, I want to be really, really happy for them. And when I do. I think that's great. I'm even a little green-eyed about it, man. A little bit. But I have to say, I can't be too green-eyed because I know some amazing people in my own life right now that I'm really happy to know and celebrate. Some of them right here, most of them right here, right here, that I have met over the years. But hi, let me turn to you, my little brother.
My big sister.
Yeah.
Nothing good has happened to me all year long. I'm a poor, depressed son of a bitch.
Nope.
So now Dave can be happy.
I met that bitch Bear, and she made me do politics, and you know what? I did all this other shit, but damn it, I'm gonna make Dave happy for Christmas. There you go.
I realized I just unmuted myself for a silent celebration.
Well, that was
I
great.
know.
Though.
I think.
Hey, Dave, can I ask you to do me a favor?
Can we clip that? I want to
Oh,
play
could
that
you
Can you
over and
take
over.
your earbuds out for just a second? Just a quick second.
Why?
All the way out. I don't want you to hear. I got married this year, and I'm very happy about it. My husband is doing well. Okay, Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
Congratulations, and we're all happy for you, Hi. Even if Dave isn't, you can put them back, Dave. Put them back. Wait, are you listening? He can't hear us. Wait, are we gonna leave him like that?
Okay,
Wait, let me go to the private chat. Like, Dave, put your earbuds back in. Dave, it's okay. Dave, it's okay.
Can I just say my highlight? Because I'm going to have to jump off in a minute. So
Okay. Thank you so much,
okay.
and thank you for contributing to this relay and for everything you've done to make my conversations better throughout the year or so, Jeff.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna be
Yeah.
corny and thank you. I enjoy
That's fantastic.
collaborating with you.
And speaking of
Well,
which,
I'll just say very quickly though, the best thing about 2022 is going to be fucking over in 1 week.
Dave, are you happy about that? He's just as miserable. You see, and you can unmute.
Yeah.
Unmute.
That's the spirit.
Yep, that's the spirit. We'll make Dave happy.
But
curmudgeons. We're all curmudgeons.
But I must make a move. As my one of my late friends who's no longer with us would say, my name is Richard Goff. I am now fucking off. See you later.
Okay, bye, Jeff. We'll see
Bye,
you
Jeff.
soon. We'll see you soon.
See you
dude.
later.
Yeah, let's talk
Take care,
again
man.
soon. Yeah. Hey. So I'm glad you didn't hear all the happiness that Quiz shared.
yeah,
But Quiz,
unfortunately, I now have to go
okay,
as
you
well.
go.
I gotta go take care of that unhappy part of my life.
That unhappy tradition. Okay, and happy holidays to you. Thanks for joining. That you did. Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
And we'll see you
Nice
soon.
to see everybody again.
Yep.
Have a good
I'll
day.
see you soon. We'll
Nice
talk.
to see you too.
All right.
See you around.
Take care.
All right. Before I go to, and I'm gonna go to dangerously. I'm gonna go to Dave next. But I'm going to bring up a couple of comments first to get. No, you just wait a minute. I'm going to bring up a couple of comments first. Okay. This is nice, Liam. Thank you. The best thing to happen this year was sleeping with High Inquisitor in Clairview on multiple occasions. For those of you that don't know what that means, Quiz and I have occasionally fell asleep during Discord calls with groups in my Discord. And that's what he's referring to. Because no, we don't actually sleep together. We're all like thousands and thousands of miles away from each other. So let's just put that to rest. But yeah, we have snored together on occasions, and I agree, Liam. That is one of the best things that's happened this year. This is pretty damn funny. Delicious Danish. Another personal one. The not so good thing that happened was that I got divorced, but the best thing that happened is that I am now with the love of my life. Well, yes. So you met the love of your life and you're divorced now, but you got the love of your life, and that's great. If you can find that, is wonderful. That's not a bad thing. Divorce doesn't have to be a bad thing. Actually, it's sad that something ends, but sometimes there's something much better waiting for you. I'm happy to hear that, Delicious Danish. Thank you for sharing it. Okay, Dave, you have to think of something good. You must. Think of something good.
Moment of 2022. I can't remember the question.
That was it. A good moment of 2022. Anything. Focus on the
when
good.
I didn't have this cough. Jesus. Finishing my audiobook for the second book. I know I had to. I didn't have to. I chose to edit the first one again. So in the first one, it was just like a block of 1 hour of just info, whereas I've now cut it up into like 50 individual fallacies kind of thing. So it's just easier to search through. Oh, this is non sequitur, this is straw man, whatever. So that's very satisfying to know that there's like a dopamine drip of, every minute you get a new thing, just a piece of information. That was very satisfying to know at the end that it was done. definitely. But professionally, it's as well. I've been just having a very slow divorce from a particular company that's been pretty abusive, really, dismissing sexism as banter and not paying me for a month, and then saying that I owed them money. And so, yeah,
That's
just sort
awful.
of re-evaluating like what actually I need to do in terms of going forwards in the future, and just making sure that there's the right people around you, and making sure that they are a particular type of person that gets along with you, that that social psychological is far more important than the job itself, and it's certainly more important than any paycheck.
No, and you know what? Thank you for sharing me. Because that is a big thing. When you can get to that point where you just move past it and things start going better in the other direction, you're looking at everything that happened and finding something better about it. Even though it was so horrible. So sorry you had to go through that though. That sucks. That absolutely sucked. But,
Yeah,
I'm hoping
did.
it's
I mean,
2023. Let's just say, hopefully. Not that I want to put that much pressure on the year, but it sounds like you're moving through it in a very positive way, and that's good.
yeah, I mean, I go through phases of just focusing very intensely on lots of different things, and it's been like 5 months of just working Monday to Sunday on 2 different jobs. So, yeah, with primary school kids on as young as, some of them are on the weekends as young as like 2. So it's very, very intense, and yeah, I'm glad I'm sort of like just taking the foot off the gas, as it were.
No, this is, and sometimes we all need to do that. We need to refocus. In the only thing I have to say about that, which I learned the hard way, is that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to like live our moments as we are in them, and not to be so hard on ourselves. Like to talk with others and reach out a little bit. You're always going to find someone you can share with. Find that person that hears you. It's usually the one that's not actually talking back to you, but actually listening. Sometimes we just need that. But it's okay, however you are in that moment, because it's a moment. It's not a. We have a tendency to think it's a snapshot of our whole lives, and it's not. It's not, and we gotta not be so hard on ourselves for it. Shit happens. The world is a really fucked up place most of the time, and I say that from somebody who's usually pretty optimistic about shit. But I also deal with reality. It is a really difficult life that each and every one of us live all the time, every damn day. So give yourself the grace. Give yourself the grace I would give you if you're having a bad day. Give yourself the grace if you're having a good day to go ahead and celebrate it. Scream from the rafters and don't feel guilty about it. And if you're having a bad day, do the same damn shit, because, we're all doing it. We're all doing it. Okay. You're not alone.
I'd like to just say I appreciate Matt's enthusiasm for trying to be as miserable as possible until New Year. You don't actually have to. Right?
Yeah, Matt. Please celebrate with me. Now, don't be miserable for Dave. Let me just tell you, Dave don't deserve it. The curmudgeon.
We're trying to have a very deep and meaningful conversation.
Yeah.
And all I can see in the chat is Big Pooh is amazing.
It is big, but let's I have a theory about it. It is all about the shit. It is. When in the end, it is all about the poop. Really, I have to go with that. Like, that's everything. When it comes down to it, you could probably drill anything we talk about down to that.
Please, somebody else talk. Please.
Yes, Purple. Could you do something positive? Please save us. The whole conversation went to shit. Is that what they say? Yeah. Purple might be sleeping, which she's entitled to. So let's see. Okay, so Jenny,
had my mic muted.
Okay, would you like to tell us something good that happened? Anything in 2022, personal or worldly or locally?
A very personal one was the fundraiser that the whole community came together and donated $7,000 to get us a new van after our car died.
I think that's amazing, and I'm so happy to see our community do that for you. It was wonderful. That was wonderful. That had to feel really, really good to know that, number one, you're not alone, that you were heard, that a need was there and satisfied.
Yeah, and there's just on my budget, the way used car prices went through the roof, there's no way I would have been able to afford anything functional at all.
No, I'm so glad that it happened for you guys. You deserve it. You do. You offer a space for so many of us. Shall we call us the eclectic, nerdy, weirdo-y, late nighty, off-topic-y kind of YouTubers that we all are? And I got to thank you for that. And plus, she doesn't give a shit what happens on her channel. She really doesn't. Actually, she makes fun of me because I'm actually try to actually plan my content. That's probably like ridiculous. Well, you're
No.
probably right about that because
That's
we
just
shouldn't
a
be that
running
serious.
thing that
Yeah.
I grumble about the fact that my channel is so
Mhm.
few subscribers after I've been going for 5 years, but
Mhm. But
that's just because I don't really put any effort into anything.
well, we you know what? Even when you do, I mean, some of us, like I put out a lot of content, and it's really not moving anywhere. It's just a matter of just be happy with what you do. I mean, that's the only reason
Mhm.
I'm on YouTube, to have the conversations and to, you know, just interact with people and use it to get some conversations going that I don't think were being had, and when they were being had, they weren't being had in a actually respectful or informative type way. There was so much misinformation going on and people not addressing things. I just got mad one day and came out and started a channel. But I'm not mad anymore. I do love to talk to people about stuff, and I'm happy that you do what you do, Purple, because you're kind of doing the same thing, just talking about stuff and pointing at things and being informative and just having a good time with it. There's so many channels I've met out there. We got one in the chat right now that I just met this year from doing the shows. That's Christopher Maltese Dinner Time. Table Talk or Table. I'm sorry if I got the name of it wrong, the series, Christopher, but it's very great. He cooks, which is what I talked to him first about in a chat was about cooking. And they have any conversation that comes up, and it's so much like having a conversation at the dinner table with your friends, and it's like so cool. And they speak about like anything, like all kinds of stuff in a very respectful and from all different points of view kind of way, and I applaud that. Like that's my vibe. I love it. And that's what I saw over there, and I hope to see more of it in more places, like on Purple's channel and on several of the other channels that are involved in this relay. You guys got to check them all out. There's so much opportunity out there on YouTube. I hear often that people are saying, I don't want to get involved in the drama anymore. Like, I don't like the infighting in the channels that I'm watching. And I can't find anything that's just calm and chill and just thoughtful. Well,
Oh, I
yeah,
avoid the drama altogether.
yeah. That's why
When it comes up, I just don't have the energy to deal with it.
Yeah, and so many of us are like that. And that's why I'm going to say check out a lot of these channels that are in the relay, because they are having thoughtful conversations and they're not attacking people or doing drama and things like that. It's very respectful. And I have to say, not one of them, I would watch all of them if I had the time, which I don't, and I apologize for people, but I would. So I think we already did do you Crazy Catch, right? We started with you, so I think we're up to you, Ricker.
Me? Wow.
Yeah.
I've had a hell of a year. I started my YouTube channel. I met a whole bunch of really weird people on YouTube and somehow fell into the group. And
we're happy to have you.
And what else? I think the best thing that's happened to me is the people that I have met. Along with getting accepted back into university next year.
That is amazing that you get
Nice.
to do that. That is really, and for those of you that don't, Wrecker has a channel. He covers rap songs. He's a rapper, and he's very good with audio. But that's how I met Wrecker, through a mutual friend on YouTube, to do a little music for my channel, and it's been a blast because you're also very thoughtful, and I've joined quite a few of my streams in regards to making fun of the stuff that happens. Like you're very snarky in making fun of all the stuff. You've joined my what the fuckery streams, and it's been a great addition. And I too am glad that we met. Because it's added a lot to my life, just as everybody here has. And everybody in the chat too, all of you. I see you all in other chats everywhere. You know, I'm just happy that you came here just for a few moments, just to share a little bit. And the stream, you know, the link is up there. We got another half hour. Anybody is welcome to join. If you have something you want to say or not, because you know, here I always say no worries. Like whatever you want to do is like fine with me. Just be you. Do you, boo. That's it. That's all I want you to do. And I'm glad you're going to university. What are you going to study there?
I'm going to be studying electronic engineering. So I get to electrocute things, but productively.
Productive electrocution. I've never actually heard it like put like that before, but that's rather clever. Okay. So this good we're 15,000 miles apart then, yes? Okay, because we do a lot of streams together. We get on each other, and I don't want to get electrocuted.
I mean, assuming the resistance of a cable, yeah, I guess you are safe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me ask this question to the panel, Colin, and thank you for stopping by, my friend. It's good to see you. Oi, Claire. Just thought I'd make a point of order. Is it weird the Atheist Hotline is having a Christmas special? Wow, that's like that is a little. They're having a. Did they call it the Christmas special? Wow.
Only semantically. Like
only that's kind of like an oxymoron, isn't it? Yeah.
People would be struggling to talk to their families. They're forced to be in the same room as people who probably would shun them and don't want to see them ever again. So
yeah.
Oh, right.
It's a difficult time.
I don't know. I'd be, you know what? That might be something I want to replay, Colin, because I wonder who's calling in and what they have to say. Like, actually, I'm curious now. I'm actually really curious on what's going on over there.
No, I can definitely see it because, like I had said at the top of the show, just, so many people that their families have disowned them or pushed them out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Oh, no, true. And, it is. It's just like, it just sounds funny. And I mean, and even, doing, there's so much in our community when we get into it, atheists or theists, or when they talk about Christmas and the war on Christmas. And, I just say happy holidays, but I'm not going to deny anybody Christmas. To me, Christmas isn't about belief, God or any of that happened. It's about, family and togetherness. It was for a long time in the past, but now it's about reaching out to those I don't even know. I don't know how that happened, but Christmas is now different. It's more about a feeling almost for the world. And I know that sounds corny as fuck, and you can all have a go at me if you want, but that's where it is with me these days. Like at least the last couple of years. It's no longer a personal thing. It's no longer a family celebration. Or one-on-one. It's not an intimate personal thing anymore. It's more of a big damn thing of just wanting people to get along, of just wanting people to hear, not even get along. I don't want you to get along. Have your fights, have your conversations, have your disagreements, be on one side or the other. What I want is actual respect for the conversation and discourse, and actually hear each other. I want more active listening. I want more people to feel heard, period. That's Christmas to me, kind of like a ringing of a bell. Well, is it? I know they call it Christmas because of the whole religious connotation, but it's kind of the end of the year, right? It's just marking of the end of the year. You start getting thoughtful, right?
I use the word Christmas just because the vernacular, it's what people instantly recognize. When I'm actually talking about my holiday, I'm usually saying Yule. Because even though I've lost the religious perspective, I still go back to the pagan roots of it. That's the winter solstice. And it's really it's an observance of the changing of the seasons and that we've made it through another year. And for me in particular, I just use it as reflecting on, that most of us are doing okay. That we're reasonably comfortable. And if you think about how life was for all the people hundreds of years before us who didn't have things like central heating or electricity, we've got it pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. Was it you that said that you celebrated on the 21st?
Yes.
Yeah. I do occasionally listen to other people.
I have the same problem.
Well, if you go and check out on my channel, I've got a short playlist of all of my Yule videos. It's only like 4 or 5 of them. But it includes a thing in there about my personal ritual that I do every year.
Oh, that's cool. And thanks for sharing it. I wish more people would share like the things they really, really hold special and believe in, and share that with people. You never know who's listening and who's going to take a little something from it. Like Christopher. I love this. They call it Christmas because it's short for Christopher Maltese Shreds. And damn, he does. You ever hear him play? Like, okay, one other thing that Christopher and I have in common is we're both from Jersey. And he was part of a music scene that I know very well. Even though we didn't know each other then, I know the players and I know the bands, and I've been there on that shore, that circuit between New York and Philadelphia. Well, I'm an AP girl, Chris, so like I know. And damn, when he says he shreds, he does. I just wanted to say that. He really does. He can play. He can really play. And so can Liam. He's a secret musician too that everybody doesn't know. But Liam says, I spent 4 hours today guarding a church and replying positively to the congregation wishing me happy Christmas, because I understand the intent behind their wishes. And I get that. I've been saying Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays all for the last like several days all over the place. And I hope that people also understand,
I'm
what I
saying
mean.
Merry Christmas to my neighbors in the corridors. It's not an attack. It's not anything personal. It's, they're wishing whatever they observe.
Exactly. It's more like I say happy holidays, and I don't even know. I often will add on the end, however you celebrate. Like, I hope it's great, like whatever you do. And whether you do nothing. I mean, there's many of my friends like myself who do absolutely nothing on the holidays. My house is empty. Seriously empty right now. We had a few of the kids over last weekend, whatever, but right now for this whole weekend, it's completely empty. And I know there's a lot of people in that same situation. Whatever you do, it's cool. Whatever you do, just come out and connect with people, if you want. And if you don't, that's fine too. Like, I'm not going to tell anybody how to do it. Do it your way. Absolutely. Every single time.
Well, and just my somewhat unique background growing up has always given me a perspective on it, because we lived in a community that was like 85% Jewish. So it was always Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas was the rare thing.
That's it. Liam, that's insane. Liam says one of the pastors was threatened by a congregant. I can't even imagine what they would threaten him about. Like, about what? How he said it? It's like, I don't know.
I didn't know about threatening a pastor, but I know that I could tell that my brother had gone over the top when he was trying to tell the pastor he didn't approve of his sermon.
Oh, well, that could be a whole nother conversation about the entitlement of people's opinions. Like, yeah, I have issues with that. And Stool, what do you mean? Stool says his universal translator is just broken. Why is Claire talking about cricket? And I answered him. I said, I know, that's weird, right? Because everybody knows rugby's the game. I don't talk about cricket. I only talk about rugby. Like, I'm sorry you don't understand anything.
See, this is more proof that you can't be from Jersey, because Americans don't play cricket, but South African do.
I don't. Do they? Do they? And like, I know, and I use terms like rugby and cricket, and I say crikey, and I actually mix up biscuits and cookies all the time, and chips and crisps. It's not my fault, people. Like, you're all gonna have to just go with it. I'm sorry you're so upset by it, but that's just
she
the
has
way
to
it
work
is.
that soundboard really quickly,
Yeah, that's right.
She mixes things up all the time.
Yes,
I
Phil.
would really like to see some of our professional American football players go over and try either rugby or Australian rules
They
football.
could not. They could
I
not.
would not survive it.
Aussie rules
They,
in
they could
particular.
not. I could, the football here in America is just made for TV sport. I'm sorry. It is just not, it's not rugby. You come at me, Americans. I know, like, I am a Packers fan. I really am. I am. But then again, when we're talking about football, and I know I'm going to get so many DMs, and I'm ready for you people. I'm ready. Because, like, if I'm going to say it, I'm going to stand behind it. But when it comes to football, the Packers, when I was to watch them, they would play in the snow, in the sleet, in the rain. Nothing stopped the Packers. They weren't pansies, okay? And I'm sorry. Most of the NFL are overprotected pansies. Sorry. Yep, I said it. That's not rugby. That's not football. It's I mean, yes, they come at each other and they, like, do the tackles and stuff like that. But it's not what I traditionally grew up as, the rough sport. So I am a rugby fan and a Packers fan. But
Yeah, and the rugby players don't wear anywhere near the
Anything.
padding that Americans wear.
No, they don't.
Nope.
And no,
In fact,
and
we wear a lot less. Well,
Yeah,
wear a lot less.
and even the helmets they use, it's like I don't see how those helmets protect anything.
They don't. If I recall correctly, a lot of the gear that American footballers wear actually is more detrimental in the long run. Because they tackle harder and less strategically.
You think so? Yeah. Like, I
Mm.
don't know. I mean, they turned it into an art, and I want to say it is. I'm not against football in general in America. I'm just saying, for me, the game's, when I think of that game, the game is rugby. But on that, you're right. Like the helmets and everything. Like, you get hit really hard with that helmet on, it's actually causing some damage besides protecting you. Sometimes the stuff that they've done to actually protect them is actually causing even a greater injury. I guess it's more in the technique, right? That's what you're saying. It's more like how you hit them, not the fact that you hit them. Because let's be honest, in rugby, they hit like
Oh yeah.
but it's how they do it. It's how they do it. But
Still,
There's an
no
interesting
hashtag.
polish the helmet. Oh, shit. Stool, you didn't come up, Stool. And I heard you say that I was afraid in another stream to actually sit with you, but you're not the one taking the link that's up there. I just want to bring that to your attention, dude. You can't call me out and then sit in my chat and, like, there's a link up there and you didn't come up here. I don't think I'm the one that's afraid. I really don't. I'm sorry I intimidate you.
I'm going to put you all on speakers and take off my headset so I can
Okay.
walk around a bit to get ready for my stream. So
yes, which is coming up after
I-
mine and is linked below, and I'm going to drop it in there.
So
And
I'll
then
be listening to you, but I won't have a microphone for a while here.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you. And if you want a nap, that's cool too. But thank you for joining us very much, Purple. I appreciate it. Leon said more about that story about the pastor that got threatened by the congregant. It's actually a personal problem between they had an argument when their daughters had an argument. And the father of the one daughter got wound up and even vandalized the pastor's car and punched him during a sermon, even though the girls are now friends again. Oh,
That
that's
sounds
crazy.
very godly of them.
Stool, that's not
Yes.
an excuse. He says he's sulking because he didn't get a link. The link is up there for everybody, pinned above at the top. It's a StreamYard link. It's very simple. You just click it and you come right in. Nice try, dude. But it's up there. It's up there. Like, I ain't playing. Like, no,
it's
up
the
there.
message that says joy in us.
Oh, yes. It's like I am a typo. I'd make a lot of typos, Dave. Yes, I do. I never claimed to be a typist. I do know the English language, though, but I just don't really express it well in typing. Well, like, is there anything that you guys? Is there anything you'd like to talk about, Dave, or anyone?
I guess there's a little bits of information. I think that I'm interested to still know more about what people are doing globally on these sorts of days, because I'm pretty sure there's certain very specific things that people just find normal, but they don't realize other people don't do. So I'm pretty sure that other parts of the world will have things like pigs in blankets. I know it's a very British thing to do for your meal. So for anyone who doesn't really know what I'm on about, you will have a more like a chipolata sausage, very small sausage that's wrapped in sort of more
We
like
have them.
American style bacon.
We have them here in America. Well, and we'll have them as an appetizer on the holidays. Christmas, we've had them here, and New Year's too. It's not just English, and that's not just in my house. That sometimes has some multicultural tradition, so to speak. Like we have pierogies, we have bubble and squeak, we got bangers. They make steak and kidney pie. But we also have celebrated the 7 fishes, which is very Italian religious. Okay, so when I say
7 fishes?
multicultural, yes, it's a dinner where they serve all the fishes. It's a religious thing. It's religious. It's Irish Catholic mostly. I don't know. Somebody can correct me. I am Irish, somewhat, not much, but enough. And I was Catholic a long, long time ago, but not practicing. So you can correct me on how it's done. But the 7 fishes was a Christmas Eve dinner, and it's just fish. Like it's 7 courses of fish styled, dishes. And it was the celebration of how Jesus fed them with one fish and turned it into multiple and turned the water into wine, something like that. I don't know. I don't know the actual. I won't claim to know the actual theory behind it. But pigs in a blanket, I think, don't they have those in New Zealand too? Or how about in Ireland? Yeah, in Ireland, do they have them cats? Do you have pigs in a blanket?
Yeah, we have all that shit.
Yeah,
yeah, they would in Ireland, surely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my
Yorkshire
sister
puddings.
ends up having. This is a controversial one, Yorkshire pudding. I mean, we didn't today. We realised halfway through we forgot. So I'm not against, but some people have parsnips. Some people.
I love parsnips.
Cabbage and
roast
all
parsnips.
that sort of.
One of my favorite potato dishes is that it's actually, I think it's German, and I may be pronouncing it right, but I think it was called Schuhspice or something like that. And it's a mashed potato dish, but it's also made with parsnips and carrots, and you mash them all roughly so you see the colors still, like the yellow of the parsnip, the orange of the carrot, and then the potato. But then you saute onions in butter, like lots and lots of butter, and then you mix it in. And then they would put it in a dish and bake it off a little bit. It was really, really good.
Sounds just like bubble and squeak to me.
Well, I do love my bubble and squeak, But I like cabbage and onions and sausage. It's one of my favorite dishes with the side of pierogies. I actually post that one in the Discord occasionally when I make it. Just it's a comfort food. These things. I'm legally not allowed to be in a stream with Claire because she never stops saying moist. I think she might be a pervert. All right, I'm putting that up I didn't just say that, YouTube. He actually said it, okay, in case the chat disappears. He actually just said that. You know what? That's a controversial word. I've had people leave the stream over that word, and people in my chat get really upset about the word what's wrong with the word moist? Like, come on.
It obviously equates with something in their head that's yucky and they don't like.
They shouldn't come to my channel then. Have they ever watched Mayhem? All we do is talk about sex toys, or relationships, kinks, or like not in a bad way. Like,
and you haven't invited me on the show? Holy shit.
Everyone's welcome, Jenny. Next time I do Mayhem, please come. Or if there's anything you want to do on my channel, I'm very open about everything. Like, I don't actually go out and I do invites. Yes, I would say I do. But it's actually, if anybody has anything to talk about, I'm usually like really welcome. I'll talk about just everything. Do you remember? Is that why we can't talk? Is that why we can't talk, Stool? It's been that long, like you just can't converse, and it's making you upset. You know, if I promise not to say the word moist more than 120 times that you made me say the word cunt last year, would you come up here? Because I do remember that. That was actually pretty funny. Well, I missed you at the awards. By the way, Jeff and Polymathic Jen and I are doing, Jeff meaning Jeff from Godless Scummer, we are still doing the See You Next Tuesday awards this year. We're doing them again. And if you go to Jeff's channel in Wrecker, can you pull Godless Scummer for me and post it? We have on the back of his community tab all the nominations. We've got an international category, a local community type, you know, YouTube category, and we have an actual event category this year. And the events were quite big events. They were Russia invading Ukraine. They were Alex Jones's interview with Yi and Nick Fuentes, which was big turmoil lately. They were actually the fall of AAI, Atheist Alliance International, which we were talking about previously with John Richards. And my God, what was the third one? The fourth one? Why don't I remember? It was big. It was so big I can't remember it. Look at it. Anyway, it's on the back of Jeff's channel. And there's like four nominees for each category. And go vote and come see our funny little award show. Last year, Trump and Jimmy Snow won, just so you know. And it was pretty fun because Jeff actually did an impersonation of Trump when he accepted the award for him. But it's all tongue in cheek, and it's a way to make your expression, you know, to talk about things that made you uncomfortable throughout the year. Because that's the only reason we say the word over and over again, to get you over it. Just seriously. Oh no. Hey, Robski, welcome. Hey, no turtle, I don't have an award for Trump just for being orange. Like, because he does a really bad job of it anyway. You can see the lines and everything. I don't want to give him an award for doing it so poorly, even though he's known for it. Like, he does it really bad. If you're going to be orange, like, be really, really orange. It's one of my favorite colors. Yeah. Represents it.
Does
Not
he
so
drink
good.
nothing but Sunny D?
He might have, but I don't know. It's like from tanning. Or
Sunny
something.
D.
Remember
Cool.
that? Sunny D. I remember
Yeah,
Sunny D. Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing this report about some kid had turned orange because he drank so much of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you eat too much carrot, you actually do turn orange.
Yep.
Is that from the carotene? Is that from the carotene? I mean, I know there's
vitamin A.
Yeah.
beta carotene in there in the vitamin E. I don't know. I've eaten a lot of orange food. Like I love sweet potatoes and carrots and things like that. I never turn. Well, I can't say that. I really do have orange hair, so maybe that is it. I don't know. So I am a redhead. Yeah.
Oh.
Like a redhead, like that orangey breast, like the kind you see from 5 miles away. That kind of redhead. Not the subtle amber color like or autumn like the auburn or anything like that. Nope. Sunny D, I remember that. We used to drink that like so much when we were kids. You know,
orange sugar water.
Well, does anybody remember Tang that the astronauts went with? Like, remember Tang? Like, I don't know. Should I say that? Like, now people are going to start thinking I'm 100 years old or something.
I think it's still around.
Yeah, I think it still is a thing too. I think I've seen it, but Dave is right about how we all have something in common about the holidays and foods and stuff. And actually, that brings up like I want to have that conversation. I've been
I
hearing.
just want to say that the Tang is still around.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time that I got the jar that came with the little plastic moon buggy toy on the jar.
Mm-hmm. I knew.
Sunny D. There we go.
Oh, there you
I
go.
knew I'd seen it somewhere. It was the first week I was in America, and it was how big are they? That's $3 for what says 128 ounce. I don't know how much that is.
That's 1 gallon, 4 liters.
Yeah, but does it have the vitamin C? I know it was
4
used.
liters.
It was like when oranges. Remember, we had the big freeze in Florida. Americans might remember that. Several years we had huge freezes in Florida, where most of our citrus was coming from. To be affordable because it was right here in the United States, and they froze right on the trees, and so they couldn't even juice them because they were so bitter. And I remember Sunny D being very, very popular because it had they put vitamin C in it, and everybody was drinking it instead of like regular orange juice. But it's gross. Like, to me, it was gross. It was too sugary. American tastes in general for me are too prone to sugar. Like sugar, I'm not, but everything I buy that's prepackaged or already made, even coffee drinks and stuff like that, it's just too much sugar for me. Like, it just kills me.
Oh, it's everywhere. Any sauce that you get from any fast food place is loaded with sugar. Ketchup is loaded with sugar.
And in America, you can't buy a sausage without it having gluten in it. You want to explain that to me? Like, a sausage is meat, people. Like, it's got gluten because it's got wheat product in it. Because here in America, wheat is in almost everything. Everything.
Wheat is one of the binders that sausage can use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they should choose something more neutral. Like, really, that's a high allergen anymore. All right. Yeah, you do. Oh, Tiny Captain says that they get it on board the ship as a standard drink. Are you talking about Tang or Sunny D? Like, I know you would need it on the ship because you don't have a lot of, you would need vitamin C. This I know. The sugar equals poison. Yes, Robski, it does turn to some very bad things in your body, like unused carbohydrate, like the kind that you can't burn off that quick, which it can lead to diabetes and weight gain. It's not a bad thing. Everybody loves dessert. I love dessert, but everything in moderation. It doesn't need to be in everything that we eat, though. Like, if I'm having a steak dinner, I don't want sugar in there. Like, you know what I mean? And if I'm having a sausage, I would prefer not to have sugar and wheat in there, to tell you the truth.
That reminds me, I haven't had. I didn't get any profiteroles for today.
No?
Not that that's an issue. I have.
I actually think it is an
alternatives.
issue because it's a holiday. Like, I do. You should. We need to find you some like that. You want to tell them what it is, because some people aren't going to know what that is, but I know what it is.
Oh yeah, sure. It's like it's very light pastry that has cream in it and chocolate on the outside.
It is what we call here a cream puff. Okay, they make them here. It's a French pastry, right? That puffs.
Yeah, but it's very, very thin.
And it's actually easy to make at home. Do you know how to make it? Like, I could send you a
I did an
recipe.
entire GCSE in food tech doing eclairs.
So then you can make them. They're really not, once you get the technique, then not that hard to do. Once you get the puff done, right? Yeah.
It is the hardest bit to try and get that
cream puffs
shape.
are the signature treat or food at the Wisconsin State Fair every August. They sell tens of thousands of them.
Yes, all countries have a version of it. It's made with chocolate. How do you say that first word of the pastry? It's a choux. It's choux pastry. It's very buttery. It's a technique. You're adding eggs to it while it's hot, right?
Yeah. It's got this whole,
Yeah, it's a whole technique that you
and-
learn. It's one of the techniques you learn when, as Dave said, when you're going through culinary or you're serious about learning all the techniques. It's one of those techniques that you learn that just sticks with you. Once you get it down, like, you can make amazing, amazing things. Well, it's a great pastry to learn. Well, and then the cream that you use. Some people use whipped cream. Some people use a light custard. What do you use, Dave? Like,
whatever's available, really. I mean, if there's, I could hear myself talking back. No, it just all depends on personal taste. We found out very quickly the entire. But again, when I say GCSE, that's like a 16-year-old qualification you get, like pre-university. Anyway, so you would basically just try and make the first draft of whatever you're doing as shit as possible, and then say, maybe I shouldn't have used salt. and then you just sort of add, sugar, that's a great idea, and just play it dumb for the first week, and then you just make it normally rather than trying to because particularly shoe. I mean, you could have started with something so much easier to try, and you could have picked any food. You could have, we just had a free hour just to cook whatever it was. We could have done soup, we could have done anything. But I just thought, you know what, I did initially want to try and do wedding cake, and then I realized that would just take too long, because it would just be really interesting to try and do, from a technical perspective. I just wanted to do something difficult, but I settled on shoe. Sorry, to answer your question, I think the cream, as long as the texture's right, it doesn't really matter too much.
It needs to be really silky. Oh gosh, the chocolate. Now that is a war right there.
Yeah, so you've got to make sure that the chocolate's not too overwhelming. A lot of people will go straight for like a branded chocolate, like a Galaxy or a Cadbury or something that is in the UK. I'm sure there's alternatives elsewhere, but it's better to go for in my opinion, a supermarket owned brand where it's just got you can tell it's chocolate, but it's not overwhelming, and it's just complements rather than you just have a subtle taste of chocolate.
Claire,
Belgian's the best. Sorry, Karen.
I'm gonna step out of here.
Yes, Jenny. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. I've posted the links for the next stream at Purple's and also the playlist. And Jenny, you're always welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. And however you spend the rest of this relay, I hope I see you in the chats or wherever. And thanks for coming up.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Take care, Jenny.
Bye-bye.
But wouldn't you agree, like when it comes to French, and I know a lot of people are going to get on me, here they are going to say I'm all uppity and everything like that. The one thing about French cuisine, and the reason why proliferators are so delicious and copied in all the other cuisines, is the French have a way of balancing all of the elements that they put together in such a way that they only complement each other into something new. Like when you bite into what we call a cream puff, you're getting like the whole thing at once. You're not tasting one thing over the other. Like you said, like the chocolate has to be not too much chocolate. The cream's got to be silky, but actually the flavor of the cream is not very well enhanced. It's just a cream in there, a silky. It's more of the texture. Yeah.
When you make something like that, you've got to, because it's so small, you've got to think, what is the 5th one going to taste like? What is the 10th one going to taste like? It's not just intense and then it's just like sickly after a while. You've got to try and sort of pace yourself.
When we did holiday parties, one of the things that we had were big platters of eclairs and proliferators. Like that was the thing. And everyone, we would have them frozen, okay, and then they would defrost, and people would just be eating them like for the whole party. Nobody could get enough of them. There was never any left of those, because people will eat 10 in the sitting, especially my brothers. Like they would be like popping those things in their mouth when they don't.
Regularly get 4 chocolate eclairs over, just if I'm having like one of those days and I just come home and I'm just like, I really like couldn't stand these particular kids that are trying to smash doors in today. Like I need something, and I will sit there. I know it's going off tomorrow, and I'll just get it and just dig out.
You see, I want to have that conversation. I've approached a few other people, Christopher being one of them, because he's also into psychology, about the language of food and what that means to us. So, Dave, I welcome you to come and have a conversation with me about it, because it sounds like you also understand how that can relate to people, good or bad, all throughout and culturally. And on that, I'm going to tell you all that we are pretty much done on like the last stream. The next stream, not the last stream, the next stream will be Purple again. And I did post the link up there. And I also gave you the playlist for all of the ones coming up. We're going to go through Boxing Day with this relay that Purple's been doing for everyone. And if you need a distraction, or you just want to hold space, or just want to have a little fun, please check out the rest of the channels. And also those that already participated, go check out those channels, give them a view. There's some real fun stuff. Delicious Danish did a great fun stream. That was funny. Like, go watch that. I'm new to that channel, and I have to say, nice to meet you, Delicious. That was a great stream, and I'll probably be checking out your content a little bit more. It was great. Just the people that did this, go give them a view. check them out. You might find something that you really like, because it's all about community and getting together and just exploring. Just explore a little. Like, let's get out of our boxes a little bit before the end of the year. That's what I would say. And check other people out that you wouldn't. Hey, Leanne, thank you for coming. Hey, Mr. Malot, I'm so glad to see you. Mary, we've got to talk too, because we've been talking about doing an education stream for a long time, and I'm ready. Like, we need to. And anybody else that wants to join us here in America about what's going on with the education system, hit me up. On that, thank you, Dave, for joining me. It's nice to have you here. I think that's the first time that you've been on my channel. I hope you'll come back.
I think it might be.
We'll do something.
Yeah.
I think it might. But I do enjoy working with you over on the shows too. And I do check your content out regularly. So have a great rest of whatever you're doing for the rest until the end of the year. And you too, Crazy, and you too, Wrecker, and everybody in the chat. I just wish you well. I hope you'll enjoy some more of the streams that are coming up. Go check out Purple now. Give her some love. Give them some love. They need it, for all the work that they're doing to do these. Okay. And I'll see you all soon. Oh, I have another one. If you're around in 12 hours at 3 a.m. I'll be back on my own at 3 a.m. I did the 12 and 12. And on that, I'm going to put the outro on and send you all off on your way. And thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it.
It's been great being here.
Oh, thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, no, anytime. You guys are all great. You too, Dave. You come harass me whenever you want.
My pleasure.